welcome back to Sammy Go's YouTube channel, the best place for all things money and medicine. In today's video, we're going to talk about another big M in my life, which is motherhood. I'm a mother of 2 young boys, and if you're a mom like me, you know that being a mom is extremely exhausting. And let's be honest, most moms, we are miserable, whether you're a working mom or a stay-at-home mom, which by the way, a stay-at-home mom is a working mom. So as working moms, we are miserable because we all aspire to be super mom. And this term, super mom, is extremely toxic, and I blame social media for this. This term really accomplishes one thing and one thing only. It makes ordinary moms like you and I feel inadequate, like we're not doing enough, and it's awfully depressing because we all know that as moms, we do more than enough to support our families. And in this video, I'm gonna share my experience as a super mom and how it led to burnout and ultimately my quarter-life crisis. And I'm also gonna share some things I wish I knew before I became a mother, and I'm gonna sprinkle in some money and budgeting content for moms because, well, that is who I am. If this sounds interesting to you, keep on watching. Here's my story. At the start of COVID, I was on maternity leave with a newborn baby. I was exclusively breastfeeding and pumping all hours of the day, and I was learning how to be a mother of 2. At 4 weeks postpartum, I jumped right back into the gym so I can bounce back and fit into my size 2 jeans. During this time, I also decided to start a mom blog and a podcast to show off how easy it is to be a working mom. And when the pandemic hit, I wanted to add more to my plate because, well, I was a super mom, a real modern day superhero. I volunteered to end my maternity leave early to go fight a deadly but silent virus that was killing innocent lives. I wanted to be the healthcare hero. Yeah, like what was I thinking? Obviously, being an overachiever, a top performer really burns me out. And at this time, I was working a full-time PA job, nursing a newborn baby, launching a social media platform and a podcast. I was working out 3 days a week to lose all the postpartum weight. And I was cooking fresh, homemade organic meals every single night and keeping my house sparkling clean. Wow, I can't believe I did all that. I mean, I did all of that effortlessly. Or so it appeared, at least on social media. You see, behind closed doors, I was exhausted, completely defeated, and I was miserable. But I didn't complain. I pushed through, and I did this every single day for an entire year until one day, I woke up and said, enough. I'm not happy. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit my job. I need a mental health day. And then I realized, no, I needed a mental health year. And that's how I ended up here today in Thailand, starting a YouTube channel to share my story. You see, in trying to be a super mom, I felt an overwhelming feeling of inadequacy, of guilt and anxiety. And it made me feel more isolated and depressed than I've ever had before. Because guys, I was literally having a quarter-life crisis. I ran away from all of my responsibilities so that I could actually be present for my family and for myself. Now, let me break this down. Here's everything I wished I knew before I entered motherhood. Hire help. That is it. That is everything I wish I knew. In nearly 4 years of parenting, it has become crystal clear that motherhood comes with a huge shortage of support. If you don't have a village of supportive in-laws or parents or siblings to help you, you need to hire help. And even if you do have a village of supportive in-laws or parents or friends, you need to hire help. I have the most amazing in-laws and the best parents, and I was still drowning. So my tip for you guys is hire help and do it immediately. It is an investment in your time and your sanity. Start small. Hire a maid to come clean your house maybe bi-weekly, or hire a nanny just for a few hours a week. And if you think, oh my God, Sam, I can't afford that, you're right. Hired help is an expensive luxury, which means you have to cut back on a lot of your other expenses. And no, you don't need to buy a bigger house. The kids do not need more space. They don't need their own room or even a playroom. And they don't need an abundance of toys. And you, mama, you do not need to buy that fancy snoo to rock your baby to sleep or that $1,000 lightweight upper baby stroller. You don't need to upgrade your sedan to a more safer, more reliable SUV. Whatever the billion-dollar baby industry is trying to sell you, you don't need it. Trust me, As a new mom, I fell for it all. I bought a $250 magnetic high chair. I bought my kids a fancy house. I bought a lot of crap that I didn't need. I allowed lifestyle to creep in and take control of my life and my finances. And what I learned during this pandemic was that I really didn't need more gadgets to help me be a better mother. I just needed help around the house. I needed a nanny. I needed cleaning service. I need to outsource everything so that I can spend more time with my babies. Because seriously, you blink and those little babies turn into monsters. And at 4 years old, they're already talking back to you. So yeah, embrace those 4 years. If you're a new mother, please do not fall into the trap of buying unnecessary crap for your kids. Unfollow all those Instagram influencers or bloggers who shove ads down your throat. You don't need more stuff. Please cut down on your expenses where you can and allocate some of your money to getting help. You need a hired help budget. So what can you do to reduce your expenses? Well, go on Facebook Marketplace, buy used toys, or join mom groups. A lot of moms give out free toys or free clothes. And you don't really need to buy a new car. A used car is perfectly fine. I drove around a 2012 Jetta the entire time, even with 2 kids. And I lived in a smaller apartment until I can afford to buy a bigger house. So don't buy a bigger house unless you have your finances under control. And honestly, since moving here to Thailand, we have a nanny twice a week for 8 hours a day, and it has been the biggest game-changing hack to parenthood. I don't think I can live without my nanny. She helps me in every single way. I get to go to the gym for an hour while she takes care of my kids. I get to shower, eat lunch in peace, and I get the luxury to feed my kids homemade meals while my nanny is cleaning up my kitchen because I made a huge mess. And I get to put my kids down for a nap when my nanny is folding my laundry. And at the end of the day, I have an extra 2 hours because I don't have to do the dishes or do the laundry. I have 2 hours to either go to bed early or to read a book or watch some TV. And now this might not seem like it's a lot, but it is everything, because it essentially is mental health. And the hardest part of being a mother is you tend to lose yourself because you're always putting your kids first. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, is you need to put yourself first. You can't do it all. You cannot be Supermom. Ask for help. Get somebody to help you wherever you can, whether it's paid help or from a friend, from your mother, from your neighbor. Get as much help as you can. Really, it takes a village to raise a child. Real talk. I've noticed that with a nanny around, I have become a much more kind and patient parent to my kids. I actually have time to listen to them and interact with them. And my kids, they have less screen time because I actually have energy to build forts with them. I have energy to go outside and compete in a 100-meter race. I have energy. And it's real obvious. Like, they notice it too, because now suddenly I'm yelling less, I'm less demanding, I'm less moody. And as a result, my kids are much more well-behaved. They aren't glued to the iPad or the TV, and they're not overstimulated. They are willing to play independently by themselves, which really fosters creativity, and I love it. So the point here really is keep your expenses low and hire help instead. A quiet meal, a nap, a date night will do more for you than an extra bedroom or a bigger car. And keep in mind that social media and reality TV, they really exacerbate this pressure to be super mom. And it's almost like we forgot that we're all trying to figure out this parenting thing, that nobody has all the answers and nobody figured everything out. We're all messing up at one point or another. But becoming a mom really changes your world in 1,000 ways. And growing a cape with a magical superpower is not one of them. So please ignore the noise. And if somebody's telling you that you're not being a good enough mom, you're not trying hard enough, tell them to go away. Tell them bye-bye. Because at the end of the day, your kids just want you to be a happy mom. So take care of yourself, ask for help, and know that you are enough. You're doing a great job. I wish somebody told me early on that I don't have to be super mom, that I need help. We all need help. So go out there and get help. Thanks for watching. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I would love to hear from you. See you in the next video, guys.